Hi, I'm Anna from the product committee. If you've been following Project 1334, whose goal is to uplift small businesses in Pacifica, you've seen a lot of content coming out of that. News articles, videos, Instagram posts, games with lemons, and some questions have come up about content. How do I get ideas for content? Where does someone get the chutzpah to post Instagram reels that look like they were made with MS Paint? Should I be using AI? Where do I even get started with content? Those are all great questions. But what I want to do today is zoom out a little, because content is one layer of a bigger stack. And if you're a small business owner trying to figure out where to put your energy, understanding that stack could save you a lot of time and money. It starts with, what do you actually want your business to do? More volume, more reliable repeat customers, a new revenue channel, e-commerce, wholesale, something else? These are different goals, and they lead to different decisions about everything that follows. This is business strategy, and it's the layer I spend a lot of time on with clients, not because they don't know their business, but because the day-to-day of running a small business doesn't leave much room to step back and think about direction. That's where having an outside perspective helps. Someone who can ask the questions you don't have time to ask yourself and help you nail down which steps you're currently taking to meet your larger goals. The outcome of solid business strategy is clear, aligned direction. Once you know where you're going, you can figure out how to get there. That's marketing strategy. The classic way to frame it is the 4 Ps: product, price, place, and promotion. What are you selling? At what price? Through what channels? And how are you telling people about it? Your marketing strategy has to line up with your business goals. Otherwise, you're doing things that feel productive, but aren't actually moving you forward. I've seen this go sideways. A business will start spending on ads or hire a social media manager before they've gotten clear on who they're actually trying to reach and why those people would choose them. The marketing layer has to sit on top of a solid strategic foundation. The outcome of a good marketing strategy is a consistent marketing mix that attracts the right customers while being sustainable for you as a business owner. Now we're getting into the territory where I've been most visible lately, because Project 1334 has been a public, very content-forward project. Content strategy asks, given your goals and your channels, what should you be saying? Who are you talking to, and what does that person need to hear? The answer is always specific. There is no one-size-fits-all approach. A content program for a coffee shop looks completely different from one for a contractor, which looks completely different from one for a professional services firm. It has to fit your audience, your brand, your budget, and what you can realistically keep up with. That last part is something I like to emphasize. A content program you can't sustain is worse than no content program at all, because inconsistency erodes trust faster than silence does. The outcome of an aligned content strategy is growth of your audience and growth of the trust that they place in you. Content creation is the actual media assets, the photos, the video, the captions, the emails. It can be high production or lo-fi, AI assisted or entirely handmade, live streamed or carefully edited. None of that is inherently right or wrong. What matters is that it's been considered and that it represents you, because everything that goes out with your name is you. Great content is purposeful. It has a goal and audience in mind. It's on brand. It feels like you. It's valuable. It informs, inspires, entertains, or solves a problem. It's optimized for its channel, and it's measurable, so you can track what works and what doesn't over time. The outcome of content creation is assets that, when your customers interact with them, drive the behaviors you want to see. Here's where I want to slow down, because this is where I see a lot of people go off the rails. There's a difference between content and good content, and most people can feel that difference when they're scrolling, even if they can't name it. Good content resonates. It feels like it came from a real person with something specific to say. It makes you stop or read or share. And then there's what people are starting to call AI slop. And I want to be clear, I use AI tools constantly. I'm not anti-AI. But AI slop is what happens when nobody stops to ask whether any of the content that's being produced is actually good. It's the more is better approach. It's content that feels generic, that reads like it was written by someone who's never met your customer. Your audience can feel that, and when they do, they scroll past. The question isn't how to produce more content faster. The question is, what do I actually want to say, and how do I say it in a way that's true to who I am and useful to the people I'm trying to reach? The outcome of taking a critical eye to your content creation is that you will preserve and encourage connected experiences with your customers. And here's the thing, all of this is connected. Your content is only as good as your content strategy. Your content strategy is only as good as your marketing strategy. And your marketing strategy is only as good as your clarity on where your business is going. I can help you at any of these layers. I've spent years doing this kind of work at a corporate level. And I built the product committee specifically to make that kind of thinking accessible to small businesses that can't afford a full team. The content work you've seen from me on Project 1334 is one example of what that looks like in practice. But it's one piece of equipment in a much bigger playground. If you want to talk about where to start, I'd love to have that conversation. Reach out through my website, Instagram, or Facebook. And if you want a concrete next step, ask me about my 1334 special for a 30-minute small business streamlining session with me.